If you're a parent and you have little people in your life, here are some practical ways you can keep them safe in childcare.
Parents should talk to children about child sexual abuse early and often, so it should be a matter-of-fact conversation. They should start by talking to children about what their body parts are. So when they're teaching them things like nose, chin, chest, they should also be teaching them their anatomical names for genitalia. So that's your penis, that's your shoulder, that's your elbow, to normalise that.
That's Devna Haslam. She's a child safety expert. She says there are a number of signs that parents could look out for to help identify whether something's wrong.
For very young children, you might find that they're very unsettled, that they're not sleeping, etc. But for very young pre-verbal children, you may not see anything. So you might be looking for physical signs. Are their private parts red or getting a rash or something like that? As children get a little bit older, you might start to see acting out behaviour. So they might start to have more tantrums. They might start to say, I don't want to go to daycare. They might start to be a bit more teary or a bit more emotional. And then as they're even getting older, you might start to see that they're saying they want to avoid certain people and starting to show signs like depression and anxiety that worry you or act as warning signs.
Signs of grooming can also be difficult to identify because perpetrators often establish a good relationship with children and the adults around them.
So if the person is saying, look, I'll babysit your child outside of the daycare, or I'll come to your child's party, those should be warning signs that something might be up and that child is, or that person is trying to get time alone with a child that they shouldn't have.
However, it's really important to note that, though devastating, abuse occurring at a place like a childcare centre is relatively rare.
Parents should be reassured that most sexual abuse does not occur in daycares. Institutional abuse is least common. One of the messages I have for parents is that they need to be alert but not alarmed for the potential of abuse in all settings. If parents have concerns, the first thing they should do is pull the child out from wherever they are, try to investigate by just simply asking the child, has something happened? Are you worried? And if they feel that something is possible, they should go and seek medical advice, follow up and report as needed.
She also says there are 4 things you can look for at your childcare centre.
So 1, do they have CCTV? That's a great protective factor. 2, do they ban staff from using personal mobile phones? 3, what's their policy for changing nappies and things? So if they have a 4-eye policy, which means 2 educators there for key care tasks. And then what are their other policies and staff turnover and things like that? So what child protection strategies do they have in place?